responsibility to go on a learning journey that will ultimately help you meet the objectives that you have for yourself and for your life.
Yeah, and you know, a little touch on the fanaticism is that unfortunately the system was not designed like that. The system was, you know, your child goes to kindergarten, learns how to count to 1 to 3. Then they go to school, and the system at school is designed to instruct you, right? So the bell rings, you go somewhere, you sit down, you get things done, the next bell rings, you go somewhere else, etc. And you do that literally for 12 years. You write a set of exams that define whether or not you're clever,
you're good enough,
good enough, etc. And then you come out, and that determination of how good you are then provides you with either a white-collar job or a blue-collar job.
Wow.
Things may be. That's how the system was.
Yeah.
The world today is totally different, but the system's still exactly the same.
Tell me about what you mean. The world today is totally different.
Well, the world today is, firstly, let's start with jobs.
Yeah.
Gone. The old traditional, you know, great-grandfather who had a job for life in Toyota, grandfather probably went through 2 jobs, et cetera, to your Gen Zs today, who, if they last 18 months in one job, is a long time.
Yeah.
That system of movement is different. The number of jobs versus 20, 30 years ago is decreasing rapidly. So what now needs to be happening with individuals is to be not only consistently trying to understand what's my next move, but also trying to understand what's my next move and what value does it add to the greater part of society. Things that you're not really exposed to in school, right? It's matric. Everybody gets excited, pass, fail. We all get excited, all the people who pass, people who fail, figure it out for yourself. The people who pass are then told to move to the next step, and they go, great, I'm off to university. Then they pass university. And they come out and stand at a bus stop with a ticket called a certificate, waiting for the bus to take them to the job. And nowhere in the process have they actually been taught this idea of, okay, what value do you add? Right? Rather than you waiting for somebody to take you to where
that's powerful.
And because the buses are coming less and less, they're sitting and still waiting because that's not what the system has actually taught them.
That is such a powerful analogy. That is and this is what I was saying about your wisdom, because you make concepts that are things that we've seen every day and are actually life problems, and you really are able to distill them into something that one can recognize through those kinds of examples. And so one would think that your fanaticism is education.
Well, again, I don't really like that word because I think it's probably slightly getting to the prehistoric stage. My fanaticism is really trying to get young people to understand that they were brought onto earth, they were born, right? Let's just take life, right? From birth to death should not be a painful experience. The last thing written on your tombstone shouldn't be, I had a crap life.
Definitely not.
Right? So how is it that we can then reinforce to them that they're the masters and the controllers of their own destiny?
Sure.
Because that's not been... So the starting point is to unlearn what I've learned at school. Because what we've been trying to do is feed learning, and yet we're feeding it into a place that's full with something else already.
Sure.
So we now need to empty what you've learned, which is, by the way, that system doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to get into the AI and the technologies in the future of what's going to make it even more difficult.
Difficult, yeah.
But you are really, when you were created in this beautiful world of ours where you've got a tapestry of oxygen that you don't have to worry about, your heartbeat that you don't have to worry about, gravity that you don't have to worry about, day and night that you don't have to worry about, water that you don't have to worry about. Things were presented on this tapestry of earth for you. And what God that I believe didn't do is go, okay, now that you're here, let's just make it the most difficult thing that you experience that you're going to go through. The thing that was granted is the will, and the will drives choice.
Yes.
And choice drives the outcome in terms of your connection with the energy of the world.
Yes.
If you choose intentionally in a particular direction, then it's about teaching young people to trust that.
Sure.
Right? As much as you trust your certificate.
Yeah.
Trust that what you deeply have in you that penetrates you, that wakes you up at night, that makes you think consistently, trust that that's what you're here for.